Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again. It is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020, and you're on the mic. So, for those of you who've been following the Vic Mignogna case for the past year, and for those of you who watch, of course, some of Come Geeksom's coverage as well as, Nick Recada's as well, um, we've had some interesting stuff come from one Mr. T. Greg Doucette come out in the last few days. So, apparently he's trying to make himself relevant again because, a few days ago he was I guess he was in a Twitter conversation, what have you, in which he was saying how he was going to have to close down his practice in North Carolina and all that, and how somebody had suggested he should try to go on YouTube. He should just run his YouTube channel, a YouTube channel that has 50 subscribers, and he hasn't even done a video on anything in like 3 years. His last video was 3 years ago. Heck, I have more. I'm not a verified Twitter user, and I have more YouTube subscribers than he does. I have 70. So I just goes to show you what people probably think of his opinion. Granted, people probably don't think much of my opinion either, but hey, I've got 20 more subscribers than he does. So and I'm not a verified Twitter account. Um, yeah, so a few days ago, people were saying that he should try, maybe he can try making money off of going on to YouTube. He doesn't even have enough subscribers to even monetize. He probably doesn't even have enough hours to monetize either. Um, so yeah, and I know Nick kind of shot him down on that, and Come Geek some covered that as well, in which you know hasn't done a video in like 3 years. He's got 50 subscribers. Okay, and you guys know I do my videos every day. I know it can be a very tough thing to you know keep content going, finding news stories and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, he thinks he can pull it off. More power to him if he can. But you know, and then we just found something out. I guess yesterday or something like that in the last 24 hours. I guess made some kind of comment, about I guess somebody had commented about Nick Rekieta, how he should instead of doing his videos, he should take that time to spend with his kids. You know, I mean, there's been a lot of talk about that. How Nick should probably stop streaming so he can take care of his kids. But his kids are asleep at the time he streams. First off, for the most part, you know, anybody, he does. His streams go from usually 11 p.m. Central Time to 2 a.m. 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Central Time. Where I'm at here in Southern California, of course, it's 9 to midnight. The East Coast, it's like midnight to 3. So, yeah. Um, and then I guess during the conversation, Doucette had come out and said, "Well, that's what's his wife for." Yeah, and the ironic thing about that is Doucette is apparently with people who that kind of very what they would call misogynistic remark would get him canceled. Okay, so and there's been a lot of talk how he got divorced from his first wife. He doesn't pay child support, and so there's some argument that maybe he's jealous that Nick is a lot more popular than him. That I mean, everybody knows about how Doucette apparently tried to run for the state house in I guess he ran for a state assembly member or something like that in North Carolina and failed miserably. So so yeah, so I mean, I think we all saw I don't know, pictures or videos of him, I guess offering or proposing to his current girlfriend, who maybe his fiance now. I don't know if they're married yet or not, but it's like a lot of people in kickback, this guy just goes on and on and on, just trying to be relevant, saying whatever, whatever ridiculous thing happens to pop into his head, he just feels the need to share it with everybody by opening his mouth. Trying to be relevant. And all it does is just gives us all fodder to laugh at and to mock and to critique. You know, it gives us coverage. We can cover him, cover his ridiculous. You know, it's kind of funny because I might have mentioned this in one of my older videos, but when I first saw Doucette's picture on his Twitter account, when I looked at his picture, I looked at how he looked. He kind of reminded me of Michael Avenatti, the disgraced and disbarred California lawyer who was part of that whole Stormy Daniels stuff. Um, during President Trump's initial run for the presidency. In fact, I came to start calling Mr. Douchette the douchebag Michael Avenatti clone, because that's what he is. He's a douchebag Michael Avenatti clone. If you think about it, they're both douchebags. I'm sure a lot of people out there would agree with me on that. So, yeah, but it's kind of funny how some people, though, getting a bit serious here for a moment. It's funny how people will feel the need to spout off a lot of nonsense when they don't seem to have much going on in their lives. Everybody knows about Doucette's bankruptcies, everything. Everybody has heard about his suit against the Southern Confederate veterans. Um, so I mean, the guy is just seems more like an attention whore to me. He just acts like he's trying to be relevant in a time that he's not relevant. It's kind of sad and pathetic, but hey, you do you, me, I'll do I, and we all do we, right? Anyways, so that I just figured I'd comment on that a little bit here. But now that we got through some of the more serious stuff, let's look at some happier stuff over time. There are some interesting news tidbits or history points I'd like to share with you, of course, on the This Day in Niche History segment here. So let's get going here. So as we travel back 80 years ago today, on this date in 1940, Ace Magazine Incorporated put out on the newsstands the first issue of Surefire Comics. From what I can tell here, it looks like it was an action adventure based comic book. At the time, it would eventually, the title of it at about, I think it was issue number 5, would change to Lightning Comics. But on this date in 1940, Ace Magazine Incorporated, Ace Publishing, would release on the newsstands Surefire Comics number 1, first issue of. So then, as we move ahead to on this date in 1992, the anime Matchless Raijin O, based on the Eldrin series toy and anime franchise, would finish its run on Japanese TV on this date in 1992. On this date in 1992, Matchless Raijin O, an anime based on the Eldrin series toy and anime franchise would finish its run on Japanese TV. And finally, on this date in 2015, um, a wrestler by the name of Big John, one half of a tag team known as War Machine, would defeat Adam Wilde, representing the tag team Walk on the Wild Side. He would defeat Adam Wilde in a singles match for the Ohio Valley Wrestling Southern Tag Team Championship on this date in 2015. Big John of War Machine would defeat Adam Wilde of Walk on the Wild Side um, in a singles match for the Ohio Valley Wrestling OVW Southern Tag Team Championship. So, with all that being said, um, you guys can check the links below. If you want to contact me directly, you can always DM me, direct message me on my Discord. Feel free to check out my Discord and can feel free to check out the Discord and join if you'd like. Um, Also, I'm still promoting a bunch of different dub companies. Remember during this time when we're all kind of locked down and we're not able to go out as much. It's a good time to go check out some great anime out there, and particularly dubbed anime. Look into some other companies other than Funimation. Wherever you can find it. Even older anime you might find that you like. And also, I'm still promoting the GoFundMe's. As always, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you have already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, still help out the cause by sharing the link. Because after all, sharing is caring, and sharing is caring, and you never know. Maybe somebody in your circle of friends might see it, might want to help. So and if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I always look forward to the conversations with you guys, as long as civil and respectful. I will usually reply back as soon as possible. So, and until tomorrow, guys, bye.